everyone. Welcome to this weather briefing for Friday, April 18th, 2025. So let's get started. So here is the severe weather outlook for Friday, April 18th, 2025. It is a level 2 out of 5 slight risk for severe weather, and locations that are in this risk are Wentzville, St. Charles, Chesterfield, Des Peres, Granite City, St. Louis, Eureka, Arnold, Beverly, Festus, DeSoto, Somerset, St. Clair, Union, Washington, New Haven, Gerald, Warrenton, Jonesburg, Troy, Winfield, and Ellsbury in Missouri. And in Illinois, Hardin, Jerseyville, Grafton, Bridgeton, Alton, Staunton, Warden, Edwardsville, Highland, Lebanon, Mascoutah, Smithton, Belleville, Columbia, Waterloo, Redbud, Marissa in Illinois. And those places will be in all the outlooks. The tornado risk is a 2% and very low, but I would not rule out an isolated tornado or two. I believe the main threats will be wind with a 15% risk for damaging winds, and the hail outlook with a 15% risk for severe hail. And hail sizes could be quarter or larger. Now let's look at the timing for these storms. I personally believe that this severe weather event will start around 6 p.m. Friday, April 18th, 2025. And then I believe the most intense part will be around 8 p.m. Friday, April 18th, 2025. And then I believe this severe weather event will end around 7 a.m. But there will be still a continuation of rain all the way until this model ends, which is 7 a.m. on April 20th. And I will be mainly focusing on the most intense part for all the other information. The significant tornado parameter values show in between 0.2 to 2 around parts of the region. The Supercell Composite shows in between none to 10.5 around parts of the region. The max Updraft Helicity shows in between none to 81, which is equivalent to pea-sized hail to baseball-sized hail. And baseball-sized hail is mainly in southern Jefferson County. The most unstable Cape convective available potential energy or storm field shows in between 690 to 2,300 joules per kilogram of storm field. The surface-based Cape convective available potential energy or storm field shows in between 170 to 2,310 joules per kilogram of storm field. The winds are showing in between 45.7 to 61.3 miles per hour. The temperatures are showing in between 67.7 to 78 degrees. The dew points will be in between 58.4 to 60.7 degrees. And there's a flood watch in effect through Sunday evening. What? Flash flooding caused by excessive rainfall continues to be possible, where portions of Illinois, including the following areas: Bond, Illinois, Calhoun, Illinois, Clinton, Illinois, Fayette, Illinois, Greene, Illinois, Jersey, Illinois, Macoupin, Illinois, Madison, Illinois, Marion, Illinois, Monroe, Illinois, Montgomery, Illinois, Randolph, Illinois, St. Clair, Illinois, and Washington, Illinois, and Missouri, including the following areas: Audrain, Missouri, Boone, Missouri, Calhoun, Missouri, Cole, Missouri, Crawford, Missouri, Franklin, Missouri, Gasconade, Missouri, Iron, Missouri, Jefferson, Missouri, Lincoln, Missouri, Madison, Missouri, Manitou, Missouri, Montgomery, Missouri, Osage, Missouri, Pike, Missouri, Reynolds, Missouri, St. Charles, Missouri, St. Francis, Missouri, St. Louis City, Missouri, St. Louis, Missouri, St. Genevieve, Missouri, Warren, Missouri, and Washington, Missouri. When, from this evening through Sunday evening, impacts excessive runoff may result in flooding of rivers, creeks, streams, and other low-lying and flood-prone locations. Several rounds of showers and thunderstorms are likely Friday night through Sunday. Rainfall totals of 2 to 4 inches are likely across much of the region, with localized amounts up to 5 inches. Highest rainfall totals are expected along and north of the I-44 corridor. Here is the excessive rainfall outlook for the region. For areas like Jonesburg, Warrenton, Innsbruck, New Melny, Wentzville, Wildwood, Eureka, Byron's Mill, Scottsdale, Scottsdale, Cedar Hill Lakes, Hillsborough, DeSoto, Somerset, St. Clair, Stanton, Sullivan, Gerald, Leslie, Union, Washington, and New Haven. It is a level 2 out of 4, slight risk for excessive rainfall. And for areas like St. Charles, Weldon Spring, Chesterfield, De Pere, Sunset Hills, Arnold, Kimmswick, Peverly, Festus, St. Louis, Granite City, Spanish Lake, Old Jamestown, Old Monroe, Winfield, Foley, Ellsbury, Whiteside, Silex, Troy, and Hawk Point in Missouri. And in Illinois, Hardin, Fielden, Jerseyville, Rosedale, Otterville, Brussels, Grafton, Godfrey, Bridgeton, Bethalto, Alton, South Roxana, Glen Carbon, Caseyville, O'Fallon, Sentryville, Belleville, Mascoutah, New Baden, Freeburg, New Athens, Lensburg, Marisa, Maytown, Waterloo, Columbia in Illinois are under a level 1 out of 4 marginal risk for excessive rainfall. So be mindful when traveling on those roads. Turn around, don't drown when encountering flooded roads. The rain totals are in between 0.31 inches to 2.25 inches, but for the entire region, I would not be surprised if we have 2 to 4 inches or spots with 5 inches. I personally believe that the severe weather threat for today is a conditional severe weather risk. So that means if storms do fire off, we will have the severe weather, but there is a cap in place, which means there's a temperature inversion that will prevent storms from firing. So that will limit the severe weather threat. And I will not be live for this, so just have ways to receive weather alerts. And again, turn around, don't drown on those roadways. So thank you all for watching. Bye bye.